So these are some offcuts from a couple other things I've made in the past recently. You can kind of see there used to be it was a golfer. I did quite a few of these. I think I did 3, 6, 8 in total. And then these were the offcuts. This was all reclaimed pine to begin with, pine, spruce, whatever. I believe the majority of this came from one of my friends who was moving. He had like an old crate that he made, and then funny enough, the crate he made out of IKEA bed slats from a bed that he no longer had, kind of thing. And then the crate was all chewed up because he had animals, rabbits and stuff, and they chewed the edges and it was all kind of rough. So anyways, it went from IKEA bed slats to a crate that he made to portraits that I made of golfers, and then now I'm going to process some of this. You can see on this one I kind of have it laid out, and then this is going to end up being a puzzle. The puzzle is actually going to be a Santa Claus head. So obviously that'll be for the end of the year, but I'm going to do it now just because I had the pattern printed off, and I just kind of went and grabbed a bunch of these scraps just to see what I can make out of it, and I just kind of was digging through my pile of patterns, and it just happens to fit this really well. So basically what I'm going to do, you can kind of see I got some lines drawn out. I'm just going to cut those off so I got something a little bit more flat so I can glue it together. And then after it's all glued together, I'll probably run it through the planer a couple times, and then this will get used to make a puzzle. So as I said, that went from IKEA bed slats to a crate to golf portraits to a Santa Claus puzzle head. So this has essentially been reclaimed like 3-4 times, kind of thing. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just changing it and cutting and gluing and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, the first thing I got to do is just kind of rough cut it. And then while I'm here, there's some of these. I'm just going to cut some of this junk off that I can't use and just throw that in my burn bin kind of thing. But yeah. There. So you may have also noticed how quick that was actually cutting. That's back to that being that thicker old bandsaw blade. And like I said, I'm just using that to rip stuff, but you can see how quick that was in comparison to some of the other blades I've been using. So yeah, now that like I got these just rough cut, that doesn't matter as much because the pattern doesn't need a square face kind of thing. These two are good, so those will get glued together, and then like I said, I'll go through the planer or whatever just to kind of even it out and clean it up because they are just slightly different thicknesses. But basically I did that, so I got something that the pipe clamps can actually get a hold of, whereas before you saw how it was all oddly shaped. There'd be no real good way to kind of clamp that. So yeah, that's just a little bit talk about the, like I always say, I like saving wood and everything like that. So even my offcuts, sometimes I'll just have to reglue and to make something else. So, and I said like this started off its life as IKEA bed slats to a crate to golf portraits to now it could be a Santa puzzle, and then I still have all the other offcuts I kind of tossed off to the side here, and those will still get used for something. I'm not sure exactly what yet. I'll keep going through the pile of patterns I have as well and glue it up. And I know I got a lot of stuff on the go already, but I've been try to keep at least something kind of glued up in the clamps. And then that way, when I finish one thing, I can kind of rotate it and just keep stuff flowing, as it were. Whereas sometimes, like, I was saying with the glue ups, you kind of lose a day kind of thing. So, like, I'll glue this up and then can't do anything with this tonight kind of thing. So, if I could just keep kind of rotating stuff in and out of the clamps and work on it here and there kind of stuff, it kind of keeps the flow going a bit more, as it were. But yeah, that's all for now.